What's going on, everybody? Very excited today to talk with the guy that runs my website and is a specialist in some ways when it comes to restaurants, works with tons of restaurants, has a lot of knowledge on what restaurants can do to improve their websites to get better results and not just have a page that isn't going to drive any traffic for you. Vince, thank you for talking to me today.
Thank you, sir.
Freshy Sites.
Yes, sir.
So start off, just to get a little bit of background on you. How did
Yeah.
you get into the business of running Freshy Sites?
Web design, yeah, sure. So about 8 years ago, actually it was like 15 years, my partner and I met at Virginia Tech. We were freshman year roommates. Fast forward 6 years, he's running a marketing company, and I'm helping him consult, give him ideas, background information, all that kind of stuff, and just going back and forth on ideas. He comes up with an idea of Freshy Sites. Hey, you want to run this with me? I said, absolutely, sure, let's do it. 7 years now later, we're running Freshy Sites. We have about 1,300 clients. Kind of become a national brand all across the Mid-Atlantic, East Coast, partner locations, and just kind of building it up from here on out. So we have about 1,300 clients so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not realize it was it's
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah.
So you've got the office here, the other offices in...
Yeah, so I'm based out of here in the D.C. area, Manassas, Virginia. Born and raised around here. My partner's from upstate New York in Binghamton. So that's the majority of our development team's in upstate New York with him and the team. We have also a Scranton, PA office where the office was actually located at the show. So people kind of joke on us for that location.
Right.
So we have 3 physical offices, about 20 employees full-time, all in-house, developers, staff, designers. Everything is our Freshy Sites employees.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how did Freshy Sites grow over the last 7 years?
Yeah, so a lot of that's been organic referrals, great quality service for, providing to people, and then referring their friends to us. And then as well as now it's all online organic and digital marketing, building with Google listings, people finding us, having great reviews online, and then getting in touch with us and being super prompt and responsive to all their needs and necessary requirements for their sites. So most of it now is inbound marketing.
And I can completely testify to that. They had my landing page up within days, respond within minutes, usually whenever I shoot an email.
Waiting on Mark's content here still.
Yeah, still waiting on the content. That is 100% on me.
Yeah.
100% on me.
Yeah.
Something you just mentioned we were talking today, and I told you I was surprised by it. Everyone I know I've ever talked to worked in SEO, they're all deathly afraid of Google updates. They're all afraid that like everything's going to crash and they're going to lose all their traffic when they get Google updates. And you told me that the new Google update came out a couple days ago, and you guys have seen an increase.
We don't talk
traffic.
too much about our rankings or any bad versus good SEO, but there are quality things you could do for your site, like building quality links on from Yelp or Google. You Google My Business pages, stuff like that. Citation building associated with the Google My Business page, having accurate name, address, and phone number out there across different platforms, whatever you're using. Don't have one phone number here and another phone number here across different platforms. That kind of confuses Google. We don't get into that too much in terms of telling people and trying to understand the Google sphere because it's all proprietary, but we do focus on that and give recommendations of best practices. We have seen our rankings increase over the years dramatically. Every time they roll out the update, we do kind of quality SEO services for ourselves and building content, organic links, because obviously our niche is web design, so we have the links associated with other websites, as well as quality content people want to read and build out. So all those kind of updates kind of make long-term improvements to the site.
So when people are saying, "Oh, there's a Google update, and that's why your search engine crashed," give us a minute, able to figure it out.
No, we don't get too worried about that, honestly. Here, I mean, if you abide by the best practices of quality content and quality build out, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Well, that is good to know, because it's an excuse I have heard many a time.
People build spam blog networks. They put like spam links to your site, and that kind of gets the index and de-ranked. So just don't do that kind of stuff. You should be fine.
Do quality work, and you'll get quality results.
Do quality work, you get quality results. Yeah, it's a sustained effort. It's not a short. There's no short-term game. If you want a short-term game it, you can pay for ads. Right. If you want to do long-term organic, which we think is more valuable because it's always working for you versus when you turn off the faucet, it just takes time to build up.
Right.
And specifically for restaurants, you want to get your Google My Business page set up immediately, and then start working with the clients, or services like yours, and getting to Facebook, building lists, email blasts in terms of marketing efforts. Those are short-term, long-term things that will pay off with dividends long-term. So, yeah.
So, kind of transitioning into what you mentioned, how did you guys get into working with restaurants?
Yeah, so we started building sites for pretty much anybody and everybody a long time ago. We do a lot of different restaurant sites because we support a wide variety of clients. So there's kind of one of our niches that we have worked with a lot in the past. We probably have 15 to 20 websites out of that portfolio currently active on our site under our management. Yeah, we started working with them directly because everyone started realizing they need a website, they need a social presence, or they need a digital presence, and we've just been in the right industry at the right time, in the right niche, and people have kind of responded well to our packages. We're super affordable too. I think sometimes people get quotes for a small restaurant site for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, which is not really necessary, right? And I think seeing that value orientation is something that's been important for us in positioning ourselves for restaurant quality websites.
So what are some things that you've learned over the last 6 or 7 years when it comes to working with restaurants that they probably wouldn't think of?
Yeah, it's pretty simple, really. I mean, I think having basic information like your name, address, and phone number on the site is like, we've seen restaurant websites not have that information up there. Right. Your social media, have all that up there. If you're doing online ordering, make sure it's easy to use and order from your platform. Whatever you're using, if it's like Grubhub, Chow Now, something like that, just use something that's easy interface. What else do I have? High quality photos and photography. Use a professional photographer. I think you can attest this with your background of information of what you did in the past videography, photography work. Use a professional photographer to photograph your restaurant, your layout. If you have outdoor space, people involved on a nice Friday night, Saturday night, it just makes the element and the whole website come out much, much better, because we could do the same site with different photography, the exact same site, and you'll say, well, that one looks like it's great, that one looks like crap. So it just depends.
They got to give you some good, solid building blocks to work with.
Yeah, the better quality photography we have and video assets, the more beneficial it's going to be for the restaurant and the clientele. Calendar of events, I see a lot of restaurants not having the calendar events. There's some local restaurants in the area that have a very lack of user friendliness to their calendar events, right. Just for a politically correct statement. Right. They need to have just information. If you're having live music, if you're having acoustic nights, if you're having anything and everything events, just put them on there. Easy, responsive design that's mobile friendly. That's the biggest thing, especially for restaurants. Everyone's searching for the restaurants from the mobile. They come to like Old Town Manassas, they come to Tyson's, wherever, and they're saying, hey, restaurants near me, or Greek restaurants near me, something like that. And it geolocates, and then your listing is popping up. If you don't have good reviews, a good site, people are just going to skip right over you. Yeah. So I think overall those things are pretty important. Content-wise, obviously the menu. I recommend putting pricing up there. It's kind of like the old school walking past the restaurant. You see the menu on the door.
Yeah.
This is the digital aspect of it. See if it's appropriate pricing for a date, for an event, for a momentous occasion that you can afford to go there first and foremost. I think some restaurants with multiple locations will hide their pricing a little bit, and they try to change it, and it's kind of obscure.
Right.
I don't recommend doing that. So just keep it fully transparent, and I think it would work out better for people.
Yeah. And one thing I can attest to from checking out a lot of the sites that Freshy sites have done is you guys have very good user experience on all of your sites.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing for the UX is very good.
Yeah, the internal team we have is phenomenal. Really, we have focused on user-friendly experience. It doesn't have to be complicated or the most trendy to be effective. I mean, I think we as a restaurateur, you are a restaurant client, you want to come to the website to see where they're located, how to get in touch, and probably the menu, if they're having any events. That doesn't take it to be very, very fancy. It doesn't have to be super animative. It can just be straightforward, really simple, and I think that's what we focus on.
What I like to tell people is think about it as like your first date. You want to make it a very easy process to get to know each other. Like when your first date when you're a restaurant, it's the first time you walk through the door.
Yeah.
You want to take a look at it and see that it's a place that you want to go. It's not dirty.
Yeah.
It's clean. You get greeted relatively quickly by somebody who's friendly. There's a menu that you can check out to see if it's food that you want to get. It's not a hard process. I'm going to sit at the bar. I'm going to sit at a booth. It's very simple. Same sort of thing when you come to a site. You want to understand the restaurant relatively quickly.
Absolutely. I think you mentioned like the responsiveness of like the clientele or the service offering of the people that work at the restaurant. We take that very, very seriously at Freshy sites. Like in turn, customer service and responsive timelines, responsive email back and forth, a phone call, pick it up. It's essentially just having integrity with our responses. So we really focus on that internally here. So and just do that for a restaurant. Have a great experience. I'll come back and keep on telling about people, and people share your information on social. the marketing campaigns, all of that will just kind of be a higher ROI long term.
Grow organically,
Grow organically, yeah.
So anybody out there, especially in the restaurant industry that I specialize in, but anybody out there looking for a website, I cannot recommend these guys more highly. My experience with them has been tremendous. You can find my testimonial on their website. So if you're looking for someone to help your web presence, improve it, looking to move, or just looking to improve what you got right now, definitely give Vince and Freshy Sites a call. I'll be putting their information in the description here, so make it super easy for you guys to contact them. Thank you so much for talking with me, Vince. It's been a pleasure, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I'll talk to you guys again soon.
Thanks, guys.